What up? What up? What up? This your man Lil Brown. You know what we coming here to do. We coming to bring you behind the brand. And today's show is gonna be a little bit different, but somewhat of the same. And before we get into it, as you guys can see, I got my man here with me again, as usual. My man Chris Moore, Carolina Blue. Chris, what it is, dog?
Man, it feels good to finally sit on the damn porch after like a month. I don't have
Hey,
shit to do.
look, and I'm gonna tell you, man, people been riding my ass about you on the road and moving around and shit. So it's been funny,
No,
man. It's been funny.
but you know what? Let me clarify it up for the people. Even though I don't give a shit, but let me clarify. First of all, had some family stuff going on, but you see, I make time for the people who support me regardless of what I'm doing. You know, had some
Right.
family members pass away, and family was sick, so I was taking care of that. So I was doing a lot of stuff on the move. In the meantime, I'm doing what we do best. So finally, after like a month, seemed like a month, right? Ever since you left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this has like been the first free weekend I've had, yeah, in a long time that I can just sit here and smoke on
Right.
something nice from factory, man. It's El Fuente cigar, man. We
Man,
teaming up to do some stuff, man. We teaming up.
I'm so mad.
What other boutique company can team up with the factory and push out the shit at the same time? Tell me somebody who can do it.
I
I'm
don't know.
listening.
Shit, this
I'm
some new
waiting.
shit.
I'm
This
waiting.
some new shit.
I'm listening. I'm waiting. I'm seeing it. Who else can do it? No goddamn body. Exactly. So yeah,
Nobody I
man.
know of. Shit.
Yeah, and also I got to thank the people. We put some samples out there, man. Y'all been buying the shit out of them things. I appreciate it. And I love y'all guys' support. And y'all enjoy them sticks, man, because we get ready to come out with some more fire in about a month or two. So thank you again for your support. But other than that, Leo, man, we do what we do. Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. What's going on, Brat? What's going on, Chris? Humbly just checked in as well. I'm not sure what's going on with the freezing that you're seeing, Brat. But I think I'm kind of fluid. Chris, you see me pretty fluid, right?
Yeah, man, Brad still he didn't pay his cell phone bill this time.
All right. Yeah.
Nah, you good.
Think it's
I
this
mean,
time.
you're a little off, a little, but you're fine. It could be worse. It wasn't like last weekend.
Hey, I had to go and put it out there, man. I just had to call that the Frozen episode. That's all I could call it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's talk about some of this shit that's going on in the news, man. What's up, Jahar? I see you, brother. Yeah, I don't know. Everybody's saying I'm freezing. I don't know. Everything is fluid on our end. I don't know. But nonetheless, let's get into the PCA, man. So we haven't had a trade show. There's been no talk to the trade show, anything like that. But they are laying off people. They laying
Oh, the
off people.
furlough.
So yeah, I guess you call it a furlough.
This the second one.
This is the actual layoff, and one of my people's Greg Vickers actually was caught up in this shit, and so was Christine Morgan. Greg is the one that actually got my membership rolling into everything. So I really feel bad that he got let go. They got some other people coming in, Lisa Cox, and yeah, Lisa Cox is going to be taking care of the booth sales, which may be somebody that you may need to talk to, bro. And
Tell him
Aaron,
he can come work for me if he want. He ain't got no damn job.
and then we got Aaron Holland and Scott Pierce, who's going to be taking care of the membership responsibilities. So any of you guys interested in getting your membership with PCA or IPCPR, you can definitely talk to these good folks, and maybe we'll see you at the show.
Man, that one is still up on the. That one is still up in the air for me right now. I want to do that one since we're gonna do TPE. I'm really looking forward to TPE. We got some.
Mm-hmm.
We got some. Wow, we got some stuff planned for that one. PCA. I'm still gonna have to take a couple of drinks on that one. And we got to see how TPE goes, man. But I definitely will be there. I definitely will be there.
Right. Well, then we got the other shit that's in the news too. We got a new appointed president right now. He's the elect, which is Joe Biden, and he's actually trying to take somebody from California. I don't know why. This is one of the worst states when it comes to tobaccos. One of the worst states. I know, not Texas, but New York is the other one. But he wants to take the AG from here, man, and turn him into the head of the HHS, Xavier Garcia, which is kind of crazy, man. I don't understand why he wants to do this. Uh, he's not even a fan of tobacco, and basically, it says right here is that he's very more aggressive on tobacco products than Trump has been, at least his last predecessor. So
Well,
this other thing,
maybe he might, and I'm just thinking out. I'm just thinking outside the box a little bit. Maybe he might be more aggressive on the cigarettes and the damn hookah shit, and he might.
and you're exactly right.
Yeah, he might understand that the tobacco is a Latin thing, and he is Latino. And,
Well, here's the thing though, is that last year, Juul, the vape company, they got sued, and he was one of the attorneys that was, or the attorney that was actually a part of that case.
right.
So, with that being said, which is weird, is that his thoughts on premium cigars aren't as well publicized, along with three other state attorney generals sent the letter to the FDA in 2018, and they wanted to get a comment from him. But I think his comments were already made, to be honest with you, about the premium cigar industry, because in the letter is that he talked about, how young folks were going to be, the buyers of premium tobacco, which we all know that that's just not true. I think it shows that even less than 1% of youths, those that are under 18, actually bought cigars. So
Shit,
I
it
don't
should
know,
be
man.
point 0.0001. They must have bought it for their daddy or the granddaddy. But
That's the only thing I can think of. Yeah.
I don't see no teenager unless they're trying to roll a blunt and they're gonna get some
Right.
White Owls, gonna go in there and buy a cigar because they can't even. If they even gonna think they're gonna smoke it like a cigarette, they're in for a rude damn awakening, and they will never go back again.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, Leo,
Well,
you are stuck with the fish lips, dog.
here we go again.
You had the Daffy Duck lips, bro.
Oh man,
Oh, God.
it's too early. It's too early for this.
Now it's good. It might be the shop.
It's too early for this. Anyway, let's get into the next round. We're gonna talk about my man James from Sinistro. He has a new cigar that is being released only to the LCA, the Limited Cigar Association, from Pravada Cigar Club. And we talked to these guys, Chris, Clark over there at Pravada Cigar Club, excuse me. So this cigar is only going to be released through the Limited Cigar Association. So if any of you guys have a lounge that is in your area, you can possibly find this cigar coming up very, very soon. Which seems like this is going to be one of the newer releases from the Pravada Club. So, of course, Liberty Tobacco, where I work right here, 7341 Claremont Mesa Boulevard in San Diego, California. We're part of the LCA, and I'm sure that we're going to be getting this cigar. So what it is basically is a 7x38 Lancero, uses a Connecticut-grown shade wrapper, and he said that there's some undisclosed binder, but the fillers are Nicaraguan, Peru, and Dominican Republic.
Is the same manufacturer going to make it?
As far as I know, yes. It's still coming out of La Aurora. Still coming out of La Aurora. But he also said that it has some Andaluo tobacco, excuse me. So, James he's pretty much like an open book whenever I talk to him. I mean, he and we have a very good relationship when he talks about his cigars. And what he told Half Wheel, he said that he thinks that this is going to be one for the ages. And I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of looking at the I'm looking at the blend, And I'm thinking that this probably is going to be kind of a kicker of a cigar. What do you think, Chris?
All I know is I better not walk up in some particular place and see this particular one on a particular table.
And what Chris is talking about, you guys, there's some backdoor stuff going on that we can't talk about right now, so we won't even get into it. But it's not even backdoor stuff. It's just things that are coming soon that just we can't talk about really. So, but what James did say, he said that if he had a chance to introduce anyone to his brand, he thinks that this is going to be the cigar.
Okay.
So I'm kind of looking forward to it because of
Yeah,
his and I relationship. So I can't wait to get my hands on it. So if you take a look at the name of it again, it's the Plata o Plomo, right? Chris, you got somewhat of a Spanish background. You know anything about what this may mean?
hell no.
So, so coming from James, coming from Spanish, it means silver or lead, right? So if you take a look at the band again, you
Why
see
is it?
that to the right, you'll see bullets.
Oh, that's what that is. It looked like a bridge or something from here. Okay.
Yeah, no, those are bullets. I
Okay.
actually got a sneak peek at this band before he even released it anywhere. If you take a look at the center right there, I forgot what
That looks
what city that it is, but it is in the Dominican Republic.
That looks like no, that's not what I thought it was. No. I was gonna say La Romana, but it doesn't. Then I was gonna say Puerto Plata, but
I don't think that's it. I don't think so.
No, this is like a.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think that is it.
Okay.
No, I think you're right.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
From that fountain part right there.
Basically, yeah. So he took all that and put it together on his band, and basically, if you know anything about Pablo Escobar, which James does, have a liking towards some of the older type movies and some of the Kingpin stuff. He's done some different stuff with his bands. If you guys know anything about Sinistro, but this one he said that with Pablo Escobar said is that it's either you accept a bribe or you face death.
Correct.
Which I thought was pretty interesting. So he's only releasing 35,000 of these cigars, and said that he's gonna do a split batch. So with him doing a split batch, what it looks like is that he's gonna have one that has this band on it, and there's gonna be a second one that has the same band, but he's gonna have a foot band on it, and it's essentially going to be in the color of like the Tiffany blue, is what I'm understanding. So, we'll see, but it looks like that the blend is going to be very similar. But the one with the blue band is going to have a little bit sweeter profile. So that'll be interesting. So you muted, right?
I do, because they back there building up they back in the back building my damn man cave in the back, bro. I got a lot of shit going on around here, and you stuck again, my friend. Just so you know.
Well, damn, this is great. I love this now.
But just keep talking. Keep talking. You good? We can.
I may just have to go to a damn podcast. That's just maybe what I have to do because the problems I'm having ain't working out.
Yeah, just talk. We got you, bro. Half of them.
So
just
last but not
anyway.
least is
there you go.
Last but not least is my one of my dear companies, Dunbar and Tobacco and Trust. So the Red Meat Lover. Chris, you ever had this cigar?
The meat box. Might have been a while ago. That name. That's an old cigar, right?
Yeah, it's kind of an old cigar. Yeah, it's probably a little bit over a year old. And Steve actually released this with the intention, well, not even the intention, but he released this with Smoke Inn, the online company that everybody can buy their cigars from.
Gotcha.
And when he did this, it was for a dinner that he and Abe had been working on and stuff like that. and they wanted something to pair with a steak. So he created the red meat lover. But now, instead of it being in the regular Parejo, he's going to do it in the box press, and you're actually going to get it in a box versus the um, packaging that it normally would come in, kind of
And
like
the meat
the
box.
the slaughterhouse paper. Yeah,
You got in the meat box. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a
So
meat
it's
box.
it's
You
going to be
get from the
very
butcher.
interesting.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
interesting. Mm-hmm.
yep. So, but yeah, it's going to be a 6x52 box press Toro. Um, he said Steve said he really wanted to concentrate on the flavors of this one. So I almost went online and bought a box the other day, but I said, I'm probably gonna wait. But then at the same time, I said, you know what, I probably don't want to wait because they're gonna sell the hell out real quick. But this blend, he said, is gonna be a Connecticut broadleaf wrapper with a San Andreas Negro binder, and the fillers are from Nicaragua and Pennsylvania. So it's gonna be amped up a little bit more than what the other one is.
It sounds tasty.
Hmm hmm
Sounds tasty.
So
So like I can drink it with that
I think,
you had that rum I was drinking last night.
man, don't talk about that run. I'm still trying to hold on to it. I'm still
I
trying to
know
hold on to it.
I only had a sliver. That shit was good as hell.
Well, hey man, let's get to what we came here to do, man. So we have a beautiful young lady that has created a beautiful cigar company along with some cigars as well. She is out of Los Angeles, California, just a little bit up the road here from me. Not only is she gorgeous and intelligent, she is just such a nice person. She's funny as hell. She knows how to have fun. She also does a little bit of something on the side that I'm gonna let her talk about, which is a shit ton of fun. I hope that she's still having fun doing it. So, in case you haven't known, in case I didn't promote it enough, we are talking about the Mayió cigar brand. And right now, we're gonna bring in the owner of this company, a female, bad as ever. Her name is Ebony Mayo. What's going on, Ebony?
Hey,
Yay.
What it is?
how's it going?
It's going good. It's going good. How are you doing today?
I'm phenomenal, thank you.
Good, good. So I'm gonna let you do your thing. I want you to introduce your brand. I want you to introduce yourself to the people for those of you that have never heard of you or seen you. Floor is yours, my dear.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Ebony Mayo. I am an actress, philanthropist, and entrepreneur. I am the owner of Mayió Cigars, and we are a boutique Black-owned cigar brand. Our cigars are made in the Dominican, and currently I have three blends. I have the Mayió Red, which is it's a Toro. It's a mild cigar, your Connecticut wrapper. I have the Mayió Black, which is my signature stick. It's a cigar that was made after me. My name is Ebony. Of course, it means black. And that cigar is Cameroon, Nicaraguan, and Dominican. My ancestors are Cameroon, so I wanted to honor my ancestors and make cigars that where we specialize more so in Cameroon cigars. And that particular stick, it is you have to take your time, right? I think Leo, you're smoking that one right now, and
Yes.
it's the signature stick, and I like that one. And then I have that same blend and a petite torpedo, which is the Mayió Gold.
And I have smoked all three of those. I'm smoking on the black right now. And yeah, you got to take your time smoking this one. I'm just telling y'all right now. Do not try to light this one up. Do not try to hotbox this one because you will put it down a quarter of the way in. I'm about halfway through, and yeah, Ebony, you did a little something to this one. I don't know what you did, but it's right there. It's right there.
Thank you, thank you. I like that it switches up halfway through the gauge, right? It's the same thing like
It
if you
is.
get to know me, is that you may see me on the surface and think I'm one way, But the more you get to know me, there's a complete different switch up. You know, like I'm a country girl. I got a Tennessee Walker horse. I walk around in cowgirl boots most of the time. But when you see me on Instagram or see me on TV, you think that I'm just something else, you know? So I wanted to create a stick that represented me. And so that's the Mayió Black.
All right. Got me intrigued over here. You know, I'm going to smoke it and get my 50 cents worth.
I saw when you mentioned cowboy boots, Chris's eyes like went up. Chris, one of the things I will tell you, man, is that, you know, from the conversation that Ebby and I have had, which have been great conversations, Ebony, I feel like she's a friend of mine now, but Chris, there's a lot that is behind Ebony that most of you probably would not know, probably would not even think, just like she said, you know, because she's doing acting. She is a philanthropist, which is something that she does every Sunday, which I'm going to let you talk about here in a second, Ebony. But you would not know by looking at this gorgeous woman that she is kind of, you know, on the cowgirl side, you know, which kind of threw me. She got a horse and everything. So it was pretty cool to know that, to get that background out of her as well. Ebony, talk to us about your philanthropy efforts right now, because I know you do something every Sunday, and I love hearing about this. I love seeing you do this. In case you guys do not follow Ebony, you can definitely follow her on Instagram. She is at Mayió Cigars. Or if you want to give out your personal page, you are more than welcome. But yeah, talk about your philanthropy efforts right now.
Yeah, the cigar page is at Mayió, Mayió Cigar, and my personal page is at Ebony in Mayo. So I do a lot of work with the homeless community in LA with this organization called Brown Bag Lady. And the founder, I affectionately call her Aunt Jackie. She's not my aunt, but her name is Jacqueline Norvell. She started the organization like 6 years ago. And basically, we go out and feed on Skid Row and all throughout the Hollywood area. And we make them food from scratch. And I'm talking about like good food, like peach cobbler, chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, lasagna, beef stroganoff, you know, all from scratch. And we give them clothes that are new. Or Leo, why are you throwing up your hands?
Because I'm hungry as hell right now. Thank you very much.
She giving the homeless people high blood pressure.
What? We make vegan food too, vegan and vegetarian food. But yeah, so we feed them.
Out there with diabetes and those shit on Skid Row.
We give them alkaline water.
That's what's up. Oh, okay, the water. Okay.
But yeah, so we feed them and we give them clothes that are new or gently used, and tents, sleeping bags, shoes, toiletries, you name it. During COVID, a lot of organizations had fell back on volunteering because, you know, it was a pandemic and it was such a scare. So we went out every day for 2 weeks straight. And, you know, by the grace of God, from the beginning of COVID to now, we fed over 10,000 people. So really, really grateful to be of service in that way, especially during a pandemic. And recently, Vans donated over 3,000 units to us to give out. So brand new shoes, North Face tents, North Face sleeping bags, jackets, gloves, all kinds of things. So I'm really happy to be able to serve with that organization around Los Angeles for sure. And it's like a real thing. It's like family. Like we have a good time. We turn on Biggie, you know, have a couple of drinks, and, you know, we know their names. They know our names. It's not like this is just something, you know, to like check off a list to make you a good human. It's a real thing. Like we're really passionate about it.
So there go the whole Biggie thing, Chrissy there. So Ebony, I didn't tell you that I normally have this question at the end of the show, and I did not have it for you. But at the end of the show, I asked people, you know, if to pick between Tupac and Biggie, and you already gave that answer. So
I know, that's hard.
She from LA, man. She from LA.
I'm not from LA. I'm from Virginia.
Oh, well,
right.
Damn. How you doing?
which means that she should be more on Tupac's side. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Well, I mean, what I gotta pick.
No, you don't have to pick. That's a question I normally throw out at the end of the show. Normally, yeah.
That's
But
hard.
no, I wasn't gonna throw that one at you. No, not on this one. Not on this one. Because we on the West Coast, so I got to keep it West Coast for you. You know.
Listen, I mean, I did say Biggie. I do listen to Biggie a lot. I listen to Pac too, but they're both vibes. I'm gonna stay neutral.
I got a question.
I listen to Biggie. Here we go.
Serious one though. On your philanthropy stuff, how many? I know LA has a big veteran homeless population. How many veterans do you know of that's out there that you serving?
It's a lot. There's actually an area off of Sepulveda that's only veterans, and it's by the veteran clinic, and it's sad. You know, my father is a retired Marine, and so you see a lot. We on Skid Row, there's a few, but there is a whole veteran homeless population off of Sepulveda near Culver City.
All right.
Yes,
so
it is. I've seen it many
after
times.
we get off the call, I got a whole shitload of stuff that I've been trying to get rid of. Socks. They like wearing old shit. I mean, t-shirts that's new.
Yes, I would love that for real.
Yeah, I'll send it to you because I've been thinking of, should I sell it? You know. So now I can send it to you because I have no need for it. So I have trunk stuff full of stuff. So I'll send it to you when we get off here.
Great. Yeah, and I'll tag you when we pass it out.
Yeah, cool. That's what's up right there. So, you did make mention, and I don't know if I told you, but I'm retired Navy. Chris is retired Army. We talked about your dad being in the Marines. How is that? Has your dad being in the military given you any grounding or giving you the structure for you to create your cigar?
Yeah, for sure. My dad has always, worked as well as had his own, couple companies. So at a very young age, he taught me how to go into entrepreneurship for myself. I have two companies, a production company and I have a cigar company. And so just seeing my father and how resilient he's been, how determined he's been, despite the obstacles or how many no's or whatever the case may be, it's certainly affected the way I navigate through this business. I mean, of course, it's primarily a very male-dominant culture, very male-dominated business as far as cigars. So coming in as a young African-American female, having that foundation from my father, as well as the support from my father, has definitely been integral in my growth and in my development for sure.
So when you talk about your cigar and you talk about the growth of your cigar, tell us a little bit about the background of the cigar. Where you getting your cigar manufactured at? Who's been kind of helping out with the growth of Mayió cigars?
Yeah, so they're made in the Dominican, and La Tradición, Luis from La Tradición, he has been holding my hand literally from the very beginning. And I had another friend, his name is Henry, in the beginning as well. He helped me for the first couple months. And so I just basically had an idea of what I wanted, talked to them, and they were like, you know what? How about this? And I'm like, yeah, actually, I like that. I want to try that. I want to see how that is. And I ended up liking it. I ended up loving it. And we put it into production. And even still, I talk to Louise like on a regular basis, and he's great. I'm really grateful to have him in my corner for sure.
Yeah, I think we all got to have somebody that can, show us the way, guide us a little bit, give us some ideas, give us some influences and stuff like that. So one of the things I would like to ask you is, whenever Would you got 3 blends? Did you have your hand in on these blends? Did someone kind of guide you through the blends? How did this actually come together with making these cigars?
Yeah, so Henry and Louise, so they literally guided me through the whole process, made the blends for me, sent the blends to Miami, and then sent them out to Los Angeles to me.
So you never really got a chance to get your hands, on the tobacco, such as the filler and the binder and stuff like that. So do you have plans? Hopefully you do. Obviously, COVID is going to be a huge part of all that. But do you
Yeah,
have plans on getting down to the factory and saying, "Yo, let me touch this damn tobacco. Let me really talk to Louise in person," because that's important to feel to your consumer, I believe. You know,
yeah, for sure.
and not only the consumer, but it's also something that the folks down in the DR, the rollers, the blenders, they actually get a chance to see you and talk to you. So, what's your intentions on getting down there?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Certainly COVID has played a major role in that. But before I release new blends, I do have some that I'm interested in and bigger gauges. So definitely going down there and picking out the leaves and the fillers and the binders and things like that myself, as well as with the guys. Is for sure in the near future.
Okay, all right. So, in case you guys don't know, we are talking to Miss Ebony Mayo of Mayió Cigars. Her cigars out of the Dominican Republic. And as you guys can see, you can purchase your Mayió cigars at mayayocigars.com, where I got mine from. She did not send me any, I bought. So you guys need to support as well. All right. So, uh, Ebony, as we're talking about the cigars, we're talking about the factory right now. There's something that Chris um, really touches bases on a lot whenever it comes to the factories and the people who are running those factories and those farms. Is that when you get down there, you want to talk to them, you want to meet them, you want to understand what they're doing on an everyday basis. You want to be able to make them feel like family. And I think that's remarkable how he actually does that. And it's something that it makes me think a little bit different about the cigar industry. A lot of people talk about the culture, and the culture are these people that are actually down there putting their hands on the seeds and on the leaves, and putting these cigars together that we put between our fingers. So I think that it's important to get to know those kind of people. But for you, you got kind of a dual role, just as Chris. So not only getting to know the people who are rolling your cigars, you also want to kind of get to know your consumers. And going into which you haven't really officially released your cigar. I know that you did a soft opening in LA at Debonair Cigar Lounge. So talk to us about, what's your thoughts about going ahead and getting this cigar out there to the consumer?
Yeah. So one thing that I thought was important for me was, I'm new to Los Angeles. I used to live in Atlanta before I moved here. So I was new to this market, new to the city as well, new to the whole cigar business. I wanted to build up a following, build up people who had known about the brand, so that when I did put them in lounges, they wouldn't just sit in the shelves, just sit on the shelves. I think that now that, we have people ordering from all across the country, when I do put them in lounges and throw parties at these lounges, it would be more expedient than just, hey, I have this cigar brand and you can find them, in New York and California and Georgia and Tennessee and all these different places. And then they're just sitting there. People don't know about the stick. And then the lounge doesn't reorder, So that was my thought process. And I think it was the right decision. And in 2021, I'm looking forward to putting them on shelves across the country and throwing events like I did at Debonair before COVID.
Well, that sounds awesome But from one cigar manufacturer to another or maker, just take it slow. Don't try to conquer the world in the beginning because it'll get out of control. And that's the last thing you want is for it to get out of control. It's great to be everywhere. Some people like that approach, and I commend them. Me, like when I first started, I wanted to concentrate my efforts in one area and then let it kind of. That's what I said in the beginning. I said I want to concentrate in one area. Then next thing I know, I was everywhere. So then I realized that I couldn't be everywhere because really for a new company, if you can't, just like me and yourself, my cigars are bought everywhere. I have company out in Montana buying my cigars. I mean, I have my cigars in places that I didn't think they would be, but I let them know that I'm just concentrating on my one area because you can't. You're just as busy as I am, and you'll find that you will. People are going to want to pull you in all directions. So if you find yourself, you have to be very disciplined and say, you know what, I'm gonna just saturate LA or San Diego and then gradually move to another area, but push your presence on the online stage. It's like let it get out that way. And because they think we can do like all the other guys. We don't have reps.
Right.
That's the way that other people get their cigars out, by reps. So it's hard for me to get on a plane and just fly to Jersey and spend 3 or 4 days out there and push and also take care of the company at the same time. So strategically do it, a slow walk, do some events in different areas like, Big Little, maybe, Philly or whatever, and just do it that way. Schedule it once a quarter. I'm going to go here, or I'm going to just do it that way. Because your home base is where you want to build your people, your following, and then because there's so many damn cigars out there,
Right.
And then you'll find yourself like whenever you go somewhere else, like on a business trip, then you venture out, maybe do a little event, let them get a taste, and then you come back. Because I get stuff also. Hey, can you come out here? Hey, can you come out here? And nope, 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 nope.
Ebony, he ain't even came out to damn California yet. As long as
But
me and him been doing business together, he still
hey,
ain't brought his ass out here yet.
but your governor want to keep y'all asses in the garage.
Yeah. Right.
I would have been out there. I was like planning. We was planning to be this week, right? Yeah, we supposed to be out there this
Right?
week.
Yeah, this week. Yeah,
And this weekend I was supposed to be there today, actually.
yeah, today.
And it just didn't happen. And now with COVID and everything is like kind of shut down. It's perfect time to get your online following out there, and then once you realize who's buying most of your cigars or where, then maybe venture over there and check them out. Because one thing it is that you may find when you grow is your factory may not be able to support your demand.
Yeah.
So that's where you have to like really pace yourself and understand, what is your limitations on a monthly basis. Like, all right, I know I'm doing this much online. I know I'm doing this much from actually brick and mortars. So then you got to kind of balance that whole thing out. And then once you get the feel of that, then you take it to the next step. It's a slow process. I know some of the other brands like I'm in California, I'm here, I'm in there, I'm in there, I'm in there. I get it. I did all that, but I feel much more comfortable. Like, you know what? I got my 15 shops because I have a huge account too. I'd rather support the little guys, give them everything they want before I give it to the big guy. Because the big guy doesn't need me. I need him more than he needs me. So, but the little guys need me because I'm giving them something different that they may not have in their shop. Because, as we know, a lot of cigars are, I don't want to say basic, but as a boutique guy, I shouldn't say guy, as a boutique maker, you want to come with something different. And, and I use the Chick-fil-A business model. It's not everywhere. But whenever they know it's close, they're going to drive to it and get it. So,
One of the things I will say is that Chris definitely has done that. He's got his imprint on where he's got his imprint at. And I know you and I talked about a few things as well, Ebony, but that's for us to talk about. But before I get into the next thing is that, if you guys got any questions for Ebony, please go ahead, type your questions in. I will throw them up on the screen so that she can see. If you guys got anything crazy to put out there, I'll put it up on the screen as I can. But I want to recognize a few people. Like I said, my man Cigar Brat, my man Michael, what's going on? Smoke Easy is in the house. My man Cigar Mike also, thanks for joining in, man. Mr. Rob Lau, Terry Green, Candy Connections, my man John Clark, Stephen Williams, and my girl, who is also a member of Barrels and Leaves, the Mind Queen, Miss Myra Alabi. So, Ebony, Brat actually put up something that's very, very true. Cigar business is a marathon, not a sprint. And like I said, I know me and you talked about some things over the phone and stuff like that, getting to know each other. And that is actually one of the things that we talked about is, like Chris was going into is about, don't spread yourself too thin. What's your plans once you do release? What's your plans to expand? Do you want to strictly stay here in the California, LA area? You want to get over to Atlanta where you're from, Virginia also? I mean, what's your plans about that?
Yeah, so it's essentially like I was stating a few minutes ago, here in LA and certainly in Atlanta. I know I have, I have a presence there in Atlanta, and then throw parties in different cities, to bring awareness to the brand, because you can certainly order online as well. And then when I do decide in the future to drop in, Virginia or drop in, Pennsylvania or New York, there's already people who have been smoking the brand. They've already came to a party or so that I've thrown. So that's the plan. It's certainly a rollout. I live my life by it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Clearly in the entertainment world, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. So I completely agree with what Chris said, as well as what Cigar Brat said.
Cigar Brat.
Cigar Brat. That it's a marathon, not a sprint for sure.
Yeah.
So starting here in LA and going to Atlanta.
So Candy said, do you offer a sample pack?
What I offer this sampler box. Is a 5-count that has at least one cigar of the 3 blends, and so you get 2 cigars of 2 blends, and then one of a 3rd blend.
So what I did, Candy, just to let you know, I bought 10 damn cigars. So buy 10, don't buy 5. Hook my girl up, take care of her. All you guys, she also has shirts. I think you got a bathing suit, don't you? For Mayió? Yo, man, y'all need to just go check out the website, man. Look at the website. Just go check it out. Not right now because you're listening to us, like I said. So check out the website. And again, it's MayióCigars.com. And we are sitting here with the owner of Mayió Cigars, Miss Ebony Mayió. If you guys have any questions, comments, likes, or dislikes, you can go ahead and throw them into the chat, and we'll make sure that we get those answered or either out there for her to see.
You got men bathing suits too?
Excuse me?
You got the man bathing suits or just for the women?
I don't have men swimming trunks yet, but you know what? I will make that for you.
No.
I'm just talking shit. I know you're just talking shit. I have hats. I have shirts, hoodies. I have crop tops. I have a coffee mug, things like that.
What made you get into all the swag? The reason I asked, Leo knows this. I hate swag.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're also a guy, but
no, it's not even that. It's just it's me. For the cost of swag, and even I have some swag from when I just started. It's just like for the cost of it, I could have made some more product or bought some more tobacco. So I get that point, which is why I personally decided to go through drop ship. So then the cost is not what it would be. So
and I wear a lot of hats. I wear a lot of t-shirts, and I rep a lot of brands, especially Black-owned businesses. So why not rep my own brand?
Of course.
Yes, I
And
totally 100% agree with you. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you got to represent yourself. But like Chris said, I mean, getting into this game on my end as well, swag costs a lot. The once you start getting the brand out there, you start getting a name out there, people want this kind of stuff. So it's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because it can get very costly, very costly. Yeah. So I want to get back to the cigar real quick, Ebony, because you said that you were making possibly different sizes of your cigar. What sizes are you looking at?
Well, I have there's a few like bigger men who smoke my cigars, like NFL players and like retired like doctors and things like that, and they're bigger men, so they want a bigger cigar, especially like a bigger Maduro. So I'm looking at maybe like a 60. I'm thinking I'm not too far down that road yet, so that's kind of like an early question. But I gotta see. I know I'm gonna make something bigger than what I have right now. Currently, I do 54s, so something bigger than that for sure.
Yeah, 60s. I hate 60s. I have a bunch. One is good. I'm not even gonna put it on the shelf.
Really?
I mean, 60s are. And this just me. Other people make them. Mm-hmm. I can make a better tasting 52, 54, or even a 50 than I can make a 60. 60, as I think we had a discussion about this a couple of months ago, what people think of 60s like in a value aspect. If you really can't, like, to me, if I can't give you the same kind of experience with my 60 as my 54 or my 52, me personally, I think I'm wasting tobacco. But like yourself, I have a market for it that they just like my 60s, but I don't make as much. I just make it for them.
Yeah.
And if somebody else wants it, all right, you can have it. But I don't even market it as one of my main core lines. And it's there. I mean, I have 60s and Nicaraguans and Dominicans that I really don't talk about. I just give it to the ones who want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ebony, it's a question out. It's a question out there from my man Cigar Brat. He said, "What attracted you to cigar smoking, and how long have you been a smoker?"
Yeah, I don't want to date my age because a lady never tells her age. I've been smoking for some years. What attracted me to smoking? Honestly, I was really a square. Like, I didn't smoke, I didn't drink, I didn't do anything, and I was on this show. And at that time, a producer had like brought over Cubans, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta smoke, this Cuban because it's the thing to do." And everybody, all the producers are gonna smoke it and have a drink or whatever. I'm like, I don't do that shit. Like, I'm good. And she's like, "Well, I smoked it over for you, so you have to smoke it." So I did it, and I smoked it right the first time, and I was like, "Oh, this is like, it's kind of cool. It's kind of sexy, like, got on your little heels, got on your little makeup, and you just sit there with your little cigar." And I fell in love with it. It was like, there's no grandiose story. It was just really simple as that. Like, oh, I thought it was sexy. I thought it was cool. And then the conversations that I started to have while smoking cigars, that I never have a bad time while I'm smoking a cigar. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna say that. I enjoy conversation. I'll say that. And so I like that with the cigars, I can walk into a lounge or walk into a party or walk into an event, and immediately it's like this camaraderie, right? It just brings people together from all walks of life, different backgrounds, different sexes, ages, or whatever. So that is what attracted me to cigars.
All right. So, before I get into my question, I always like to take care of the people first. Brad said, "What's your favorite cigar to smoke besides your own?"
Yeah, beside my own. Ooh. Beside my own, I go to I smoke a lot of Padron. I do. I like Padron. I like Liga as well. I would say those two are probably those are my go-to brands for sure. For
I would
sure.
think that if you, I would think that if you like Padron, you probably like Lita, yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah. That's my go-to. I have in my humidor now, I have a couple Ligas, I have some Monte Cristos, and there's another company in there too. It's another black owned company. They sent me a box, so
Damn,
that's my
I
go-to
will,
though.
they send you a
I will
box.
say that,
Damn.
yeah. Hey, well, at least she didn't ask for 3 boxes, Chris.
I didn't
Yeah.
ask at all.
And
They
that fool's still waiting for him too. He might get
No, what I will say is that the Mayió Black does kind of favor to me a Padron. It does favor a Padron. So I think that's pretty cool. Brad, I'm gonna give you a question in just a second, man, or your statement in just a second. But Ebony, I got a question for you. You know, you were talking about making these 60 ring gauge cigars. You know, what got you into smoking and things like that. I just did a show a couple weeks ago, or we just did a show a couple weeks ago, Ladies of the Leaf, and one of the things that Chris and I talk about all the time is the fact that these ladies that are out here smoking these cigars, these green gate cigars. How do you feel about ladies smoking big green gate cigars? Now, let me qualify that question, because what I mean by is, you know, a lot of guys, whenever you know you see a lady walk to a lounge, it's like, oh shit, yeah, okay, all right. You know, everybody gets those thoughts going. I don't give a damn what the guys say. Everybody gets those thoughts going. All the guys. So, you know, when you see a lady smoking a big green gauge cigar, how does that sit with you? And you know, I mean, do you feel that that impression is taken as such, not necessarily being given off?
um I mean, I could see that impression could be given off, but I think that that's very small minded.
Okay, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if I want to
you
smoke
know how
a bigger gauge, I'm not gonna do it because of how it may come. I'm not gonna not do it because of how it may come off. I'm gonna smoke that shit.
it's a good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
She said, "I'm gonna smoke this shit."
Nah, there you go. I
So,
mean, yeah, it's crazy.
so
I
if
mean,
you
one day we'll get over that whole phobia.
if you feel like it, Brad is
One day.
requesting a humidor tour. I think he just wants to judge what you smoke. That's what I think he want
I,
to do.
I'm on my MacBook. I'm not on my phone, baby.
All right, so there's that.
But I tell
To
him I'll send him if he follows me. I'll do a video on my phone and send it.
Hmm.
That's up to you. So, Brad, there it is.
So I got a question, Leo. So do you? I know you've been smoking for a while. You have. I don't have any. Like for me, I smoke a ton of everybody else's stuff. So, do you base your have you based your cigars on your own personal taste, or you based it on the customers that you want to attract? Because you smoke a Padron. I haven't smoked your cigars yet. You smoke a Padron, you smoke the Liga.
You
So
haven't
Leo
smoked
kind
the
of says,
drone?
"Oh, no, I haven't smoked her cigars." I'm saying,
Oh.
I thought
yeah,
he I
yes.
thought he said he hadn't smoked Padron yet either
Oh, I smoked that,
That's
but I don't smoke it like when
on a
for
regular.
me. Just for
Yeah.
me, I might smoke. The last time I smoked Padron was probably a year and a half ago. Just because I already know how it's going to smoke, and Padron is Padron. There ain't no
right.
need for
Yeah,
me to smoke that.
it don't
So
change.
they don't need for me to smoke some of the Ligas because they are what they are. So as for me as a business, as a owner, I'm trying to see what everybody else how theirs taste, because once you get out there, you're gonna have people like, yeah, I smoke this or I smoke that. So you want to have to know what your cigars kind of fall in line with. You know, because I get those guys. I smoke Padrones, or I smoke Ligas. I get that question too. I was like, okay, well, try that. I think this will be right in that wheelhouse. So and this was a my first I can say my mentor, my first blender. He said, Chris, smoke every damn thing. Don't worry about how cheap it is, how expensive it is, even though I have a limit. Just smoke everything and don't favor one or the other. So you'll know. Because when I first doing events, they like, well, I smoked this, I smoked that. And I didn't have an answer for what was compatible to what they liked. So, yeah.
Yeah. What I try to do is when I go to a cigar lounge, I try to grab a stick that I haven't had. Now, if I'm at an event, I'm normally smoking my own cigar because I'm at an event. So, but when I go to different lounges, especially like when I'm traveling, and I travel every month, so I try to find something that I haven't had before so that I can just see how it sits. Like last month, I went to this cigar lounge in Atlanta, and I had kept hearing, and I think me and Leo had spoke about this before. I kept hearing about this particular cigar. And so I was like, you know what? I've never tried it. Let me try that, right? And I tried it, and it was a fine smoke, but it was very sweet. I don't like flavored cigars. So, but so many people kept talking about this cigar. So I was happy to try it because I knew, okay, this is on it, even though it's a Maduro, it's still a sweeter profile because the wrapper is sweet. So I know when I'm conversing with someone, if that's their go-to, although it's Maduro, I can't recommend, my gold. So
Correct.
yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
And I have that. Matter of fact, the event we did in Charlotte, there was a bunch of people like, I smoke sweet stuff. So I did a counter. I'm like, try this Habano Nicaragua or try my Connecticut. And they was like, oh,
Yeah.
it's different,
Yeah.
And that kind of gets them out of the sweet because, everybody's gonna start with something sweet, the blondies, the whatever else, and that's fine. But eventually, as their palate matures, you want to get them to, you want to get them to like your stuff. So that they may like something sweet, but if you can offer them a different kind of experience, they like, oh, that's pretty cool. So you'd be surprised at what they do like. The sweet
Yeah.
things.
And the thing is just like stepping out of your comfort zone or what you're familiar with, right? Like I meet several people who are like, oh, I only smoke Cubans. And I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
right. All right, whatever.
listen, that's what they say, baby. Yeah. So I'm always like, that's fine if you do. How about you try this Connecticut, right? And then sure enough, they're like, oh, it's not too bad. I like it. I'm like, yeah, it's Dominican and Nicaraguan, but you said you only smoke Cuban cigars. And your Cuban cigars are probably not even real. But
yeah, that's what a Cuban cigar is, a Nicaraguan and a Dominican. But anyway. let's keep it rolling.
Man, I tell you, I love the people who only like to smoke Cubans or that's all they smoke. And then I ask them, so why the hell are you here in the shop? Okay, all right, got you. All right, yeah. So Ebony, you have a cigar company, you have a brand, you do philanthropy. The thing that we haven't touched on is your acting side. You are also acting. Tell us a little bit about that. How you got into acting?
I used to be a counselor and I did intensive in-home counseling. So it was very dangerous, very traumatic. So I started acting in like church plays around the city in these plays and fell in love. And so I was in grad school, getting my master's and doctorates, and I dropped out of grad school, moved to Atlanta, and became an actress. I started off doing like extra work and standing in and all for like a year or two. And then I became union. I booked a show. It was a show on Fox called Star. I was on there. And after that, I moved to LA after that show. And my next film that drops is it's going to be on HBO Max because of COVID, so we can't do a box office release. But it's with Warner Brothers. John Hancock wrote it and directed it. Denzel Washington stars in it. Rami Malek. They'll drop in the beginning of 2021. And I have a new TV series. It's a comedy. It should drop around March of 2021 on BET Plus. It's called Bruh. It's one of Tyler Perry's shows.
Yeah. I watched that show. That's a funny ass show.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm in season 2. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There we go. So you guys, we got a little celebrity in the house as well. No, we're gonna go ahead and throw it out there. We're gonna throw it out there. We got a celebrity in the house. Look, you working with Denzel. What the hell else do you need? So that's cool right there.
You ain't passing by, are you? You ain't passing by, are you? You ain't the one that's passing by.
What?
You gonna speak, right? You ain't gonna just pass by. Like,
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be disrespectful.
No.
You want me to see real? You can look me up on IMDb, baby.
That you can because I actually did that.
Yeah, I did too. But no, that's hot. That's hot though. That's really amazing. Because people don't really get. You're good because people go to LA. I know a couple people went to LA and they just never materialized. And it seemed like you got your grind. And I high five across the internet. That's what's up. I appreciate
I'm really grateful. Still growing, still building, but God has certainly been good to me for sure in this short amount of time. I've only been acting for a little while, so.
Mike said Chris is evil.
Hell yeah. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh.
Nah, I'm not evil.
Chris want all the smoke, Leo. He want all the smoke.
No, you know what? I haven't really been. I usually let Leo take the lead on a lot of it because I've been like really busy. And like I told Leo, today is the first day I can like chill and just sit on the porch and just ask questions. So
here come the
you get the comments. You get them today.
Here come the comments now. So Ebony, well, I'm sure the comments gonna get to rolling in. My man Smoke Easy has a good question because what I do is I pair cigars to beer, spirits, wines, and non-alcoholics. So my man Smoke Easy has a question for you, and he said, "What is your spirit or beverage of choice to pair cigars with?"
Okay, that's a great question. I'm a whiskey girl. I like my whiskey neat, and so you can do a Woodford Reserve. I pair it with that a lot. Macallan a lot. Basil Hayden. Basil Hayden is actually in my tea this morning. Little Basil Hayden right there. What else? I love Uncle Nearest. Of course, like I had said before, I'm all about supporting Black-owned businesses. So I drink Uncle Nearest a lot. Bullet goes well. I like to stay in the whiskey vein. Sometimes I'll do, like if I'm by the pool, I'll do like some Don Julio. I'll do a margarita. I don't really drink whiskey, when it's 90 degrees and you're at the pool. I go there, and of course, like a red wine, like a Cabernet.
Okay, all right. So Mike asked, "Are we ready for the comments to come?" I told you, Chris, it's gonna come, man. They gonna come. So Ebony Candy asks, "Where is your favorite place to relax and have a cigar?"
Ooh, it's a tie between the pool or the bonfire, the fire pit. Those are for sure like my favorites. I have a lot of places that I like, like the rooftop or like my balcony, lounges, of course. But my favorite place, I'm a nature girl. My favorite place is either the pool or by the bonfire.
Okay, all right. Yeah, my man Mike said, "Uncle Nearest, hashtag that part."
Yeah,
that Uncle Nearest is the shit.
It's
so
good.
Something, good. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna add a friend in. Everybody who has followed me knows that this is my homegirl, and we're just gonna leave it like that. This is so great to have two gorgeous ass women in on one show. This is just them. thankful for me. What up, Mai?
Yay!
Hi guys.
What up? What up? What up?
What's happening? I
We
miss
just
you,
here.
Ebony.
Ebony.
Hey, girl, how are you?
I miss you, boo.
I miss you. Oh my God, COVID is away.
So whack.
So this is not Sisters of the Leaf Part 3, you guys. In case you're wondering, this is just some good damn people, some good damn women that are doing something in the industry. Of course, in case you guys don't know, I love the hell out of Maisha. Ebony is quickly approaching Maisha's status. I don't know. We're gonna have to check her out a little bit more, Chris, to make sure that she's really worthy. But we'll see. We'll see. Damn, look at this. As soon as Maisha come in, look at this shit. Smokey said, "What it do, Maisha?" Look at this. Look at this. Look, Candy talking about woohoo, Maisha. See, this is the love, man. This is the love from all around the
I
country.
love it.
I love it. So now we're just in here talking to Ebony. She of course has Mayió Cigars. We have gone through what she's doing with her brand, what she's doing with her blends. We are now on to her acting career. She is doing some major things in the acting world. She's giving us her background behind how she started, with cigars, how she started with philanthropy, how she started in acting. Ebony, you are kind of like
My
all over the
queen.
place, is what it seems like. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Ebony is
My
all over the
queen.
place. So
I think it keeps me grounded. The entertainment business is such a crazy world, and being in business, it's so crazy. The highs and the lows of it. So being like, in philanthropy and country girl with my horse, and I have 40 plants. All my plants are named after affirmations. So when you meet my plants, you affirm yourself. It's like all of that. I think they just all keep me grounded and keep me sane and in a place of gratitude. So
are those weed plants?
look, we not gonna talk about that, but these plants, these are like birds of paradise, fern, snake, spider, things like that.
Oh man,
I love that.
Okay, all right. Mike, what's going on today? How's the LA weather treating you? How's the LA scene treating you today? Because you and Ebony out there together. I'm all the way down south. So how's your day going today?
I see Ebony is inside, which is a smart thing to do, but I wanted to smoke. So usually when I do a smoking cigar podcast, I'll smoke. And this is where I sit, but I have a fire pit. You can't see it. I have a fire pit, or like a little portable fire pit. I was going to light it up, but my meeting ran late. I was going to light it up.
Look, my man Jesus said, somebody say fire pit.
I mean, I guess it's probably like 68 degrees right now. It's beautiful, but it's a little chilly for me.
Yeah.
But I would spark up this fire pit though in a minute.
So, Ebony, in case you don't know, my man Smoke Easy, he does a weekly Tuesday show that is called Smoke, Sip, and Chat, where he sits next to his fire pit and he smokes cigars and he interviews people as well. That's my man. That's the reason he brought up the fire pit.
Yeah. Fire pits are a vibe for sure.
And in case you guys don't know, I know Ebony may know. I mean, not Ebony. Maisha may know. Ebony, you may not know. But my man Chris Gomez out of Hawaii, he has a following on Instagram, and it's called the Daily Ash, where he puts out everybody's events, whether they be virtual, whether they be in person. If you don't know who he is, start following him now. If you want to know what the hell is going on in the cigar industry, who's doing what right now, follow my man Chris Gomez, the Daily Ash. So he was talking about what he likes to drink with his cigars, which is an espresso or some iced coffee. When it comes to his whiskeys, he likes rye or whiskey. So yeah, I love my man Chris Gomez. He does a lot. He's been putting out my stuff for the longest. very, very grateful to have him do those kind of things. So
I'm gonna check them out.
Me too.
yeah, do that.
I feel like I've
Do
seen
that.
it, but
Do
I
that.
don't know if I
Yeah.
associated with Barrels and Leaf at all.
Yeah, you've seen his stuff. He puts out damn near daily, and I'm not kidding. That's why he calls it the Daily Ash. It's daily.
Got it.
If you got something going on, he's putting it out there. I don't know how this man even fucking sleeps, to be honest with you.
I was about to say, I don't know how you can keep up. I barely do anything on my phone, social media at all.
Right?
Right.
He the TV guide of cigars.
Yeah,
TV guy.
Man, that is dope.
Yeah, he got
Yeah,
everything.
he the real MVP.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's the real MVP. Hey, Maisha, so listen, I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm tired of saying it. I know that you're not going to really let it loose, but what the hell is going on with the documentary, man? I mean, we got to know something.
You know, it's the whole thing stresses me out anyway. So you asking me about it stresses me out. I think what the initially we wanted to release it in spring 2020.
Right.
We were prepared. We had already started like some editing. Some editing has been done. And I remember our last interview with one of the cigar lounges in Westwood was like March 12th. And then we went to shut down on March 15th or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So COVID has not helped at all. Like trying to get my team together and trying to get some more exclusive interviews and trying to get venues. And I told you, we got a lot in the pot that's worth that. I mean, and if you listen to my producer and the creator, he's ready to go. We're crossing our fingers for spring of 2021. Every few minutes I get an email or something, a tweet on my phone about this vaccine. If we could just get COVID under control for some of these people, because I'm not sure about the vaccine yet, for some of these other people, maybe we can move about like normal.
In case you guys know what we're talking about the Smoke Big documentary that Maisha and some of the other people that she has on the team that are putting together. It is about the smoking culture of the LA area. So, in case you guys are wondering what's going on over here on the left coast, the west coast, the best coast, Maisha gonna go ahead and put that out there for everybody, man. So
that's right.
Y'all make sure that you look forward to that because are you guys gonna release? Are you gonna do this like through Apple or how are you gonna release this? Have you guys talked about that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Apple is definitely one of the platforms we want. I mean, if not to be too excited, but we're trying for Netflix, Showtime, anybody that'll tell us yes, to be quite honest.
Right.
Netflix, HBO.
Put that shit on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. I mean, we've got the connections for Amazon and maybe a slow connection for Netflix, but it's still a possibility. But yet, Apple is fairly open to what we do already. There's been other cigar movies and documentaries on Apple, so pretty excited about that. And then there's other
which I'm actually
platforms
I'm even amazed that Apple did allow the ones that they have because they took away everything as far as like where the Smoke app, and it's like, well, you kind of contradicting your damn self. What the hell is going on?
It's the fear of tobacco for California. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of lumped. We're kind of lumped in with cigarettes and vaping. So I think the goal is to try to separate premium tobacco. I think we all know that as a part of being Californian smokers. So if we can separate premium tobacco from that of cigarettes and whatever else people are using to smoke, so we can be separate from this tax and maybe treating us like we're the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about that when we got the show started. We talked about the new or the possible new head of the HHS. which was our attorney general here in California, Xavier Berea, excuse me. And ain't no telling what he's going to try to do to change the smoking laws from around the country now. I don't know.
So my fear is,
Hey, ain't y'all got weed? Isn't weed legal in California? Am I
Yeah,
wrong?
you
weed
can
is
smoke
legal.
that. You can smoke the hell out of weed,
Not
but you can't
tobacco.
smoke a damn cigar.
Mhm.
Not tobacco. Weed is considered essential. Like weed shops are open, have been open this entire time for
Yeah.
COVID.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
um,
And
but
they won't
apparently
offer me
people
none
need
for my
weed.
PTSD.
People need tobacco too. They just don't. People need tobacco.
Hey, it's essential.
Yeah, they just
That's
need
why
to
my lounge is
categorize it.
open.
Yeah, they just need to categorize it. Cigars, cigarettes, hookah, weed.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's all good. It's all good. So anything new coming up, Maisha? Well, tell us a little bit about the scene up in LA, because it's a little bit different than what it is down here in San Diego, with everything being closed down and things being open. You know, one area versus another. What's going on up in LA? Is everything like shut down? Are y'all like dead on the streets?
Well, you see, I'm smoking at home, which is I'm safer at home. I was going to ask
Yeah.
Ebony, where are you smoking? I mean, yeah, the cigar lounges are shut down in terms of like now, as of a week or so ago. We're not allowed to gather again, you know,
Damn.
and I mean, I think most of the ones that I'm familiar with are probably open for pick up and go.
Yeah.
Just can't kick it and sit and smoke. I imagine some of these lounges are probably breaking these rules some way, some shape, or form. With the back door. You know what I'm saying? How you doing? I'm sitting outside my door. I'm sure that's for me. Thank you, doll.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm sure. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh shoot! I bumped my table. Casualty! Casualty! Casualty!
At least you're not frozen.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I think most of them are open for pick up and go. I mean, that's the only way they're gonna really survive, unless they
Yeah.
have website doing some delivery. Or it was one lounge, I'm not sure, that kind of got a contract with I want to say Postmates for like pick up and go, which is smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's smart.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
very 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 good idea.
Cigars.
DoorDash some cigars. Yeah. It might
Hey,
be DoorDash
they
actually, Chris.
yeah, because I think they deliver liquor.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 Well, they can do cigars then.
Right.
You would think. You think.
Yeah.
I think they need a license too. I think they need a reseller's license as well. So I don't know if they would even want to even entertain that. I don't know.
I don't know. Do
But
they need a resale license for delivery?
I don't know. I mean, they're going to
That's
be
technical. It's too
responsible for it.
technical for me.
Yeah.
Right. That's too technical for
Yeah.
me.
So Ebony, what's new or on the horizon for you, Ebony?
For me, we're gonna cigar wise, come out with another blend, and whenever lounges do open up here in LA, put them here. Philanthropy wise, we have some more corporate sponsorships coming in. So continue feeding, every week as we do. And we're thinking about adding a new area that we frequent. And acting wise, fingers crossed, I may have a new TV show coming out next year.
That's
All right.
exciting.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't speak on it
That's
yet, but
exciting.
fingers
Hey, you gotta
crossed.
speak it into existence.
For
Speak it into
sure.
existence.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
man, that's
There'll be
exciting.
another show in addition to the ones that we've already talked about, for sure.
That's
That's
what's up.
exciting. That's exciting. Hell yeah. Well, I tell you what, Ebony, we've been talking to you and getting everything out of you that we possibly can. If you don't mind, hanging back and let us finish out the show.
You said what?
Would you mind hanging
Say
back
that
and let
again.
us finish out the show?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, all right. You guys, make sure you go ahead and visit mayayocigars.com. Order them damn cigars, man. Don't wait. You know, Christmas is coming. I don't know how she's gonna be able to handle shipping to get them to you by Christmas, but you know what? If you order now, you can probably get them damn things by Christmas. Don't wait until next week. It'll be too late. So order now, mayayocigars.com. Ebony, thank you, my dear, for coming on. This has been a blast. I can't thank you enough. Talking to you over this time has been really, really great. I think I told you that on the phone, and I'll say it in public. This woman is a great person to speak to. She's very easy to talk to. And like I said, not only is she beautiful, she's smart too. So don't come at her wrong. So she knows what the hell's going on, man. Ebony, thank you. We'll see you.
Thank you.
We'll see you
God
shortly,
bless
my
you.
dear.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. Like I said. Well, here we go. Maisha, Chris.
What up?
I know everybody probably looking like, why the hell Maisha hanging back? Well, y'all just
You want me to dip?
y'all stay tuned. No, y'all stay tuned. We got some things planned for Maisha with the Behind the Brand show. So you guys just stay tuned. It'll be a lot of fun. Anything you want to say before we get up out of here, Mai?
No, just I'm always grateful to jump on, and you know how much I love Ebony, so I'm happy to join and add a little 2 cents to whatever you're doing. So thank you for the invitation.
You got it. You got it. Baron Murphy asks, what's the name of the cigars? Baron, again, it's mayayocigars.com. You can order your cigars right there. It's running at the bottom of the screen. And we just got done talking to Ebony Mayió, the owner of Mayió Cigars. So if you want to order right there, Baron, it's mayayocigars.com, man. Mayió Cigars. Chris, what you got, man? Any parting word for people?
No, man. I'm just gonna probably throw another sampler out there on the internet. Something very, very, very special. And the last two samplers are actually going really well. So I thank you guys for the support. Yeah, we're just gonna keep doing what we do, man. Keep your ass low and your head low, and we're gonna keep grinding, and I'm gonna keep making great cigars. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh, look at that right there. Look at that right there.
Oh, and for those who I supposed to be in Atlanta this week. I'm still getting a confirmation. So if you're in Atlanta, I'm supposed to be at City Cigar Club on Thursday. So yeah, check me out if you're in Atlanta. And I thank you for your support there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Hey,
looked
you know
like
what? And
I don't know which one that was. It looked like the Havana. I couldn't tell.
that is
Not
the
the Havana,
Nicaraguan
but
box press.
Maduro box press. Oh yeah,
That's the box press. Yeah. Yeah.
Yummy.
So my got a chance to get some of them Carolina Blues, which I'm happy about. I'm glad she got a chance to smoke them. So
Yeah.
but Chris, you also have the Christmas sampler that's out there right now too, right?
Yeah, got the holiday sampler and the Winter Wonderland. You know, if you get the Winter Wonderland, that might surprise you. It's pretty much the Highway 101 -1, but for those who order it, you'll probably get the full Highway 101 sample pack. That's pretty much what it is. But the next one is going to be, I'm trying to debate, since it's close to Christmas, I'm going to probably do like a little fire sampler of my strongest stuff and put it on there. You know, that's going to be the fire stick and a couple other ones, little small sampler. For the ones who, you know, may not be fully working, you know, they might be on a budget for cigars. So I'm going to give them something that they can afford to drop a little penny for. You know what I'm saying? I'm for the people.
There it is.
I'm for the people. Yeah.
There it is. So you can also get those Carolina Blue cigars right there as well. CarolinaBlueCigars.com. Listen, everybody that comes on here, it's a very simple way to get the cigars. I'm gonna throw them out there and I'm gonna let you know what's going on. So Smoke Easy said he likes Cigar City Club. Make sure Carolina Blue is in their black-owned brand section. And I did see that they have a specific section about that. And that's something I do want to talk about on our next show, Chris. I did see that.
Okay.
I want to definitely bring that up and talk about that a little bit. And next week's show, man, is going to be very simple. We're just going to throw out a question and answer kind of show. You know, I mean, it's time to wrap up the year. It's time to, you know, just see what everybody's doing, how everybody's feeling, how everybody's thinking. What do you have questions about? Anything that you guys have seen on the show, anything that you guys want to recap, anything like that. We just want to go ahead and get that out there for you guys. Just have a little bit of Christmas fun. It's probably going to be a lot more shit talking than anything. We won't have any special guest on. Well, not special guests, but we won't have any cigar companies on, no liquor companies or anything like that. This is just going to be sitting back, kicking it like we at the lounge, just having a nice conversation about whatever that comes up. But yes. This has been fun. In case you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen, Behind the Brands will now have its own show. It will no longer be Barrels and Leaves. It will be Behind the Brands. You guys can also go check out the Instagram page right now. It is BNL_behind.the.brand. You guys can catch all the postings there of who's going to be on the show. It will no longer be on the Barrels and Leaves pages at all. You can definitely catch it on that Instagram. So those that know will be able to follow and check it out. We will still be coming to you live right here on Facebook and YouTube. So nothing's going to change about that. It's just a new kind of show. That's all that it is. Other than that, what did Rob say? Hashtag, we still ain't shit. My man Rob. Rob and Mike keep the show kind of live. I ain't gonna lie. But all right, you guys, we're done. I think we're out of here. You guys, like I said, next week will be the last show of the year. I think, Chris, we said we're going to come back on the 5th of January, right?
Yeah, 5th sounds good. Yeah. That's good.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah, you guys can look forward to who we're going to have on. I already know who we're going to have on, but no release right now. You guys know how I do.
You show us the 5th or is it the 2nd?
No, it ain't the 2nd. I'm probably still hungover. So,
because I thought
still be hungover for the 2nd.
New Year's is on a Friday, right?
No, I'm sorry. It's the 9th. The 9th. I apologize.
Okay.
The 9th. So you guys can catch it then. Yes, Smoke Easy. Look at this, Chris. Look at this.
Chris said, "What? Live solid." It is crack.
Yes. The crack is real. The crack is real. Man, I love you guys. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. This has been another fun show of Behind the Brand. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. And peace.
Peace.